Hello everyone, it's Andrea and welcome to the first weapon review for the game Red Orchestra 2 and Rising Storm. And let me tell you, I'm not a veteran player of the game, but I'm playing it lately. I'm enjoying so much the game and I'm loving the community of the game that I decided to make weapon reviews. The first weapon we're gonna take a look at is the Arisaka Type 38, a Rising Storm weapon from the Japanese side. A really good thing about this weapon is that it doesn't have a sight tool. When you engage targets from medium to long range and the targets are moving, when you have the sight tool, sometimes that sight tool takes away a lot of visibility and it becomes very difficult to lead the shot. But if you don't have that, it will be easier to hit the targets. But at the same time, while this weapon doesn't have a sight tool, the iron sights are so small that sometimes if you don't zoom in with your left shift button, it becomes really difficult to focus on the iron sight and have a good accuracy when it comes down to hitting targets. The Arisaka Type 38 uses the 6.5 ammunition and a 5 round clip. And you need to be extra careful after you shoot somebody. And I'll tell you why. The stopping power of this weapon is not great. And you might say, okay, but we have less recoil. And that is true. But if the target is not facing you and is looking in another direction, I assume that everybody, when you have a target against you and you see the whole body, you try to hit the center mass in order to make sure you hit the target. And also because if you hit the torso, the target will either bleed out or they will die instantly. And make sure when you hit somebody and they're not facing you, to always check the target is going to die, because sometimes when they're not facing you, you will hit the arms or the legs. And if this happens, they will be able to turn around at you and kill you. So take in mind, you don't have the best stopping power and your shot needs to be very accurate. When I look at the chat, I see many times people asking which one is better, the Type 38 or the Type 99 as a rifleman. And let me tell you, the 99 has more stopping power, which is very good. Also, the iron sights in my opinion are better, but take in mind the weapon has a sight tool, so for long range engagements might not be the best. I prefer the 38 for long range engagements, and also the 38 should have more accuracy when it comes down to long range engagements. Also, for the 38 you don't have any special unlock for the weapon. You have just more clips and a shinier look, slightly shinier look. With the 99 you have a cooler unlock for the last level. And overall I prefer the 99, also because the 38 has a really long barrel, which may be a bad thing, because if you want to go with your bayonet and go stabbing people, the 38 is better. But also many people seems to forget that you have a really long barrel when you're using a bolt action rifle. So when you look outside windows, when you're trying to approach your room, you have to think like you have your weapon sticking out, and if the enemy sees your weapon before they see you, they will be prepared for you coming in on a room. Or maybe they'll see your weapon sticking out from a window, they will just shoot the wall, penetrate the wall and hit you anyway, or just suppress you because they know you're there. So always be careful, and the long barrel can be a bad thing if you're not aware of it. Also guys, I want to remind you that the more you use a weapon, doesn't matter which, the more you will get better with it. Not only because you will get more experience with the weapon, so you will know how to use the weapon the best way possible, the distance, where to aim, but also because in this game you will see that after a game you will get some experience with that weapon. That is not only to unlock new things for the weapon, but also because the weapon is improving the way you handle the weapon, reloading, when it comes down to, not recoil, but the swaying of the weapon where you're trying to aim. So the more you use a weapon, the more you get better with it. And also in my opinion, I've been making weapon reviews for Breaking Point, I've been making reviews for Insurgency, and I see many people choosing a weapon not because of the best performance, because it's the best weapon overall, but because they love the weapon. And in my opinion, if you love a weapon, if you choose a weapon because you love it and you prefer it, maybe because the way it looks, maybe because your father used it, maybe because you use it in real life, you will perform better with that weapon, and that is because you will have more fun. Also, when using this weapon, the Type 38, you need to be aware what you're facing. And most of the time, you will be facing all the riflemen, and also the American team has the N1 Garand, which is way better than the Arisaka Type 38. They have more rate of fire, and trust me, a good rifleman with the N1 Garand is to fear. So you want to keep your distance. The closer you get, the more they will get advantage. So you either banzai with your team, which is really fun and really effective if done with all your team at the right time, or you try to keep your distance because the N1 Garand has a really big sight to it and doesn't have good accuracy when it comes down to long distances, and doesn't have a huge stopping power. So you want to take advantage of that medium range and be careful. Also, the Arisaka Type 38 is the first one that I level up to the maximum because I play as a knee mortar all the time because I enjoy a lot using the mortar. And let me tell you, the rifleman is about positioning, it's about using cover all the time, it's about being patient, looking around and looking at the area, looking at the map, and if you see some pixel moving, that's when you want to shoot, that's when you want to take the shot. Don't give away your position by shooting blindly. So, thank you guys for watching, I hope this video helped you, and see you on the next weapon review.